Hello,
Hey,
David.
hello.
Yeah, there's coming. Did you eat dinner, David?
Yeah?
Did you eat dinner?
No, not ready, but I can
Ah,
wait.
okay, okay, that's very good. Hello, Diana. Diana,
Hi,
hello.
Hans.
Hello, thank you for coming, guys. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
for the invitation.
my pleasure. And especially David, thank you. Even it's not the project of you, yeah, well, we can use your help for the conversation. Mhm. Okay. So let me tell you this first. Actually,
Okay.
this video is automatically recording. So after the session, I'm gonna give you the link or maybe the video, yeah, whatever you like. So you can have it as a keep that as a evidence. If the teachers are then asking you guys for like show me the evidence, in case. Yeah. So yeah, that's all about it. So we just gonna choose the topic and have some very intelligent conversation. So but maybe before that, maybe it's okay to introduce yourself like quickly, like your name and um age and stuff. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, maybe start with Diana. Yeah,
You want
let's
me
go.
to start? Okay. Well, I'm Diana or Diana. Whatever is good. I'm 19 years old. I'm currently studying to be a flight attendant. And well, I choose this career also because of that to help me with the languages and all of that stuff for when I am flying. And well, basically that's it. Well, I like my hobbies are embroidery and I like painting. Also, I like anime and I like mangas and all of that stuff. And that's pretty much it about me. The most important, I guess.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you. Perfect. What about Fernanda?
Well, yes. Hi, my name is Fernanda Joel. I'm 19 years old. Um, well, I like a lot of things, mostly music. I actually write some covers. Sometimes I write covers about any song that I'm liking at the moment. I love drawing and doing artistic things like painting and that kind of stuff. Um, I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Fernanda. And David, please.
Sorry, I lost my internet connection and you're introducing yourself?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so my name is David Centeno, David. I'm 37 years old. Um, well, actually, I'm an engineer. I work for a veterinarian laboratory. And I like movies, especially wicked ones, horror and thriller. That's my favorite genre. I like music. Um, I like well, most of everything that is related to Japan. And I'm a huge fan of Japan. I also speak just a little bit of Japanese. And what else? And yeah, it's really hard, but I'm trying to. Um and and what else? I don't know. And I like animals and food and exercise and that kind of stuff.
Thank you, David. That was amazing. Okay, Arba, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, welcome,
Yeah,
Arba. Yes, introduce yourself, please. Thank you.
sure. Well, my name is Alba. I am 18 years old. I don't know. My favorite animal is the cows. Oh, I have a little pet, a Chihuahua, and I love her. And my hobby is listen horror podcasts, watch anime, um, I don't know, watch series in Netflix, and I think it's all.
Thank you so much, Arva. Yeah. Can I ask you what is your lovely dog, your Chihuahua name?
What?
Can I
Sorry,
ask your Chihuahua's name?
yes. Um, it's Borreguita. My little sister chose the name. She have 5 years old, so she's zero.
Thank you so much. Okay. Any one of your suggestion for the topic, by the way? Let me ask this first.
A
Okay.
topic.
Yes, a topic.
Well,
Well, I have
since
a,
I think all of us like anime and Japan related stuff, we can start talking about Japan and that kind of stuff.
That sounds great.
Yes, I agree. I
agree.
agree. Yeah.
And David, agree?
yeah, for me,
No.
I agree.
Perfect. Arba, is it okay? Perfect. Okay. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself as well. I will be quick. Yeah. Okay. My name is Hans, and I'm from Korea, and I'm studying the same as you guys, lingua moderna English. My English is poor, but I will try my best. And I like animation as well. Yes, and the movie as well. My hobby is yeah, similar to David actually. Yeah, like do exercise and watching some entertainment show. Yeah, like a movie, animation, and TV show. Anything can be. Yeah. Yeah, that's all about it. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about the Japanese animation. I wanna draw this topic. How about this? What is it? I forgot the name. Sorry. Give me 10 seconds. What was the name? Demon Slayer. Any one of you saw that animation?
Amazing animation. Masterpiece. I don't know how to say that. It's actually really good, and it has a good plot and all of that stuff. And the movie was, I cried with the movie.
I haven't been able to watch anime recently, but I am really, really dying to see it. I have heard the songs about it, and I'm like, oh my god, I just need to watch it. And also my sister kind of like obsessed. She started seeing it, and she told me you need to watch it. And yes, I want to watch it, and I'll try to make everything to have some spare time and actually be able to watch it.
And David, any opinion?
Yeah, I haven't already watched it. It's on my list from, I guess it's in Netflix, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, right. I already added to my list. You know what? I haven't had the time to watch it. Every one of my friends that also likes anime, they have told me that I should watch it and that it's really cool and it is amazing. And as Diana says, it's the best anime and that stuff. Also, well, if you watch it, the Olympics, have you seen the gymnastic from Mexico? Use the
A track
theme song. Yeah,
to her routine.
yeah,
I don't
in the
remember
floor
the name.
exercise.
Yeah, it's Alexa. I don't
Alexa
know.
Moreno.
Uh-huh. And she used Zenitsu's theme for her routines. And that was really amazing.
Maybe later, can you share with me the gymnastic player's name? And if you have a YouTube link, will be perfect. Actually, yeah, share with me. I didn't see it. I would like to see. Yeah.
Yes, if there's a link, we'll share it with you.
Oh, what about you, Arba? Any opinion?
Sorry, I don't see that anime. has anyone seen Naruto?
Yes, I saw it.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, I really like it.
uh, um, I don't see a lot of animes, just Naruto. The basics. Naruto, Death Note. Um, I don't know. I forget the names.
Arba, if you don't mind, maybe some of our classmates didn't see the animation called Naruto. Maybe can you briefly explain what is the genre and what is the story about? Just briefly, it will be okay.
Well, it's a story of ninjas. The story of a kid that called Naruto. uh, he want to be Hokage, so in the anime we can see the grow up of the child, and it's very beautiful. Have a lot of person of I este, um, mm, of I, how can I say personajes? Mm,
The characters.
characters. Yes, characters. Have a lot of characters with different skills and personalities, and it's a complete anime, I think. But have a lot of unnecessary um, es- uh, chapters.
Episodes.
Yes.
Oh, if I add a little bit more information, she said so they are doing competition for being a Hokage actually. So consider as like being a top ninja, the Japanese culture ninja. Yeah. So it's about the story of the ninja. It's pretty awesome actually because they each of the ninja have a special ability. Like if I can compare with the Demon Slayer, like the depends on the character, they have a different sword skills, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. If you like the Demon Slayer, I recommend you actually to watch the Naruto. The name is Naruto. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. And if I quickly share about my experience, here's a very interesting information. So I lived in Korea till when I become a 19 years old, the same age as a Diana. Yeah, yeah. But the interesting thing is because Korea is near to Japan, we can easily adapt Japanese culture, especially animation or comic book. As you guys know, those animation are based on the manga, right? The comic book. Yeah. Because of that, I have a memory that I grow up with a manga when I was young with my brother. We always watching. And of course, my parents are scolding me and my brother. Hey, stop watching manga. Go study. Yeah, I remember that nostalgia memory. Well, not that good nostalgia, but yeah, because it's scolded. Yeah. Yeah. Because of that, if I quickly share one more things, when Demon Slayer became a popular in Mexico, in Korea, actually, exactly 1 month ago, before Mexico being popular, already got popular, actually. Yeah. I got hear that about that animation before get popular in Mexico. My brother asked me, "Hey, did you see this one?" He sent me the link and stuff. And after the 1 month later, yeah, it's like yeah, getting popular in Mexico. But another way, actually, something popular, being a popular in America, in Mexico really easily get adapted and get popular as well, similar moment. But in Korea, it's the opposite, which is in Korea, American culture, Mexico culture is getting really slowly get adapted actually. That let me put that as like a export, and from the export things from America and Mexico, importing Korea is a very slow. Yeah. I just want to say these very interesting facts. Yeah. Any question, any opinion? If you have it, yeah, ask me.
I
Yeah, I
think
really have an opinion. Well,
you
you go
first.
first.
You
Go
first.
first.
No, you first.
No, you first.
Well, I was about to say that maybe it's because we get to hear more people from Japan and from Korea than they get from Mexico. That's what I was thinking. That maybe well, here, for example, in Guanajuato, where I'm living, they installed, or I don't know, company Honda. So a lot of Japanese people started to come to Guanajuato for living and for working to that company. So I started to get more involved because of that. So I don't know, that's my logic telling me that maybe because they don't have many Mexican people over there, is because it's like getting slow and slow for our culture to get there. But that's just my opinion.
Well, it was really good actually, and that's a kind of a fact. Yeah, you know correctly actually. And David?
Yeah, well, you are too young to know it, but yeah, actually, this is really a fact. I remember when I was on secondary school, I was like maybe 12 years old, and the animation the process to bring an animation to Mexico, it was like super slow, because when I remember when I was in the elementary school, the Saint Seiya, do you know Saint Seiya? Saint Seiya, no?
Caballeros del Zodiaco, right?
Yeah, yeah, Saint Seiya. It came to Mexico when I was like 10 years, and that was 1993, I guess. But I guess that in Japan it came out already in 1986. It was like 9 years later when it arrived to Mexico, and that at that time the process was really slow. It was slow, but now you have the opportunity to watch animation that really fast, because there's a lot of fan dubs, a lot of fan dubs on the internet, and they also of course there is the internet, because I remember when I was a teenager and I was actually really into the anime, I was like suffering because I couldn't get access to the animation, and the most close you could get to an anime magazine, they were really expensive. They were like 40 pesos, and they all was like 20 pages, and all were in black and white, and it was really poor quality. But nowadays it is easier to get access to that kind of entertainment. Actually, there's Netflix and the globalization, and now it's a really easy process to have animation. But I remember when I was a teenager, it was really difficult to have that kind of materials. And if you wanted to see a movie, you had to go to a tianguis and talk to your supplier from video, and do you have the new Dragon Ball Z movie? Oh yeah, no, well, we have these movies, but we really don't know that they were like a lot of movies, and it was really confusing when you watch it, because you say that I don't know this character, and in the next movie there were other characters, and then I realized that were OVA there, and then it was really hard at that time, but now it's super cool. It's a really good. I feel that internet, it's a blessing for all the otakus or mangakas, or for otakus and everyone. So that's my opinion about what happened in the past. Nowadays it's easy, but I see in the opposite way, as here in America we have in Mexico we have we get some DC characters or Marvel characters faster than, I guess, that in Asia or in Europe, because because we're neighbors to the United States, and maybe it's a reason, because we are more like to superheroes, that like Superman, that kind of guys. And but now with all the kind of industry that has arrived to Mexico, a lot of Asian industry, and then we are also we're getting a lot of access because you know that, well, Hans, you already know that in Juriquilla there's a lot of mini supermarkets and restaurants from Korea, and actually there's a lot of, there's a lot of Japanese guys here in Guanajuato. I know it because of Toyota and Honda, and here there's Samsung in Querétaro and a lot of Koreans. So well, I talk too much, but I'm gonna shut up now.
And then it's okay. I mean, yeah, it was really interesting to hear actually different, yes, like our generation is blessed. I agree with that, what you said. Yes, because of the internet. And it's really interesting to hear your story of when you was young. Thank you, David. Thank you. I would like to Fernanda and Alba speak a little bit more actually. Maybe Fernanda, if you have any opinion about the animation, if you don't have, maybe you can talk about the Japan, any general information you know, or another country. Yeah, I think all good. And the Alba, you as well.
Okay, yeah, I actually thought about something when David was talking. Like he was talking about Senseiya, and I thought about my favorite anime, which is Sailor Moon. And fun fact, it was finished, I believe it was finished on 1992, the manga. 1994, it was the animation. And on 1996, it actually arrived to Mexico, and it was kind of like hard because of the dub, because you have to make the dub and other things, the other cultural things that are like a restriction when you are trying to project something in your culture. Like, did you know that in the US there's a couple in this anime, which is actually a couple, they are lesbians, but in the US, because it was kind of like a forbidden thing to talk about, they actually made it look like they were cousins. They said that they were cousins, but actually they were a couple. But just because they couldn't talk about it at the moment, they were like, oh no, 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 this is just some family issues, not romantic issues. And also the way that this travels so good. And also when you were talking about manga, I also remembered about this thing that kind of has that it's kind of like top at the moment, that it's actually manhwa, that are the web comics, the webtoons. I really like it. And the thing is, I think that there's a lot of people who are just so in love with the Asian culture. It all started maybe with Japan culture, but then there are things like K-pop and also the other kind of things in Korea that make you think like, oh my God, this is really, really good. Like I started with anime, and then suddenly on my YouTube account, there was a video of EXO, and it said, for your page, EXO unfair, listen to it right now. And I actually listened to it, and it became like an obsession. I really, really enjoy listening to Korean music. I also started playing some game. There's a video game that I really like it, and it's called Mystic Messenger. It's really nice. It's actually from Korea, and it will that game actually made me kind of like better in on the English, talking on English, because it was translated. It only had two languages. It had Korean or English. And now, because of all the hit that it was, now it has Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, and English. It's really, really interesting. And really also the K-beauty, like the products and that are really, really interesting.
Oh, thank you so much, Fernanda. Actually, I'm glad you mentioned about the name called the manhwa. Yeah, she mentioned about the manhwa, but actually that is a Korean word, same as a manga. Manga is a Japanese word for comic, right? Yeah, in Korea we call comic as a manhwa. And yeah, I agree with that with Fernanda. Actually, yes. There's a one. Let me put this way: Korean Google, the name called the Naver, and they providing some webtoons actually, and that is being a word popular. So they made an application translating English, the English version and Korean version, of course for Koreans as well. That is getting really popular actually. Yeah, and I'm glad Fernanda loves some Korean culture. Maybe I can give you some more newish information about the actual. Actually, it's a K-pop group, by the way. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and consider I'm in Korea right now. You know. Yeah. Okay, I think yeah. What about Arba?
Okay. Um, his parents. No, my mom watched. Bueno, when she had young, she sees an anime that names Candy Candy, and a lot of animes that was so sad, and every, uh, every chapter in the anime is for tears. So I don't I don't understand why she likes that anime of others like Remy. I think are so sad and deprimant, and well, I think that is curious. Mm, um, do you know what is Candy Animes? Have you seen Candy Candy, the anime of Anthony and Candy?
I actually haven't watched Candy Candy, but well, I watched some parts of it. And although you might watch it like a sad story and that, I I really have a lot of fun watching it because I don't know, whenever she talks, it's like there's this scene that I can't get my mind off where Candy is dancing with a guy, and then she's like, "Oh my God, you remind me so much of that guy who actually died a few chapters after, not few chapters before you." And he says, "Yo no voy a hablar con una niña que está obsesionada con un muerto." And that's really, 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 it's sad, but I I can't stop laughing about that one.
That's actually like, this is really popular on TikTok right now, right? that audio that's saying that I want to speak to a girl who's in love with the dead. That's so funny.
Actually, there's a YouTube channel called Rayo Confuso. I don't know if you already watch it, but they joke about dubbing. It's really funny because they have special chapters for videos also already for Candy Candy or that kind of animation. And when they are dubbed, they joke about the way they translate what was supposed to be in Japanese and what's said in Spanish, because in Spanish it loses the context. It makes sounds funny the way that I'm not going to dance with a girl who's in love with a great guy. Yeah, that kind. They joke about that kind of phrases and sentences, and it's funny. Actually, they I guess they're from Chile or Argentina. I don't remember, but it's really funny. It's actually really funny. But if you could watch it, just watch it on YouTube. Rayo Confuso, and they have a lot of videos about that. And yeah, yeah, I'm going to type it. Yes, wait. And you could watch it, and they have Candy. And yeah, actually, I remember I watched Candy when I was like 12 years. I don't remember, 12 or 13. And yeah, I remember that it was too tragic. It was a lot of drama, so dramatic. She's always suffering, and she always suffering for love and suffering for her friends and for the teacher and for everyone. She, I don't know. I I I guess it's because it's already in the 60s. I guess I'm not sure 60s or 70s, but it has a lot of drama. It has a lot of. If you watch it now, you could say like, "Hey, girl, why are you suffering that way?" You could just get up and get rid of that and just move on and go and do your life. But no, she has to be the tragic character, and at the at the end, she's not happily. She's not happy at the end. She just lives. She only exists, and that and that point, I guess, because at the end of the anime, she just. I remember she went back to the orphanage where she to the foster home where she was, and they had like a party, and that's all. That's the end of the anime. That's that I couldn't understand it, but it was fun when I was like a teenager, and I found it really entertaining. It was like a soap opera, but for uh, like in an animated version.
Oh,
I
that
think
was
that
great.
sorry.
Yes, Arma, yes.
Oh, thank you. I think that Andy get married with Albert because in the credits she's in on a horse with Albert, or maybe she's unknown. I don't know. Could be the both.
Yeah, it's because I believe, I guess, that when they adapted in Italy, they changed the end of the story, and that they gave her a happy ending, because in the original anime just was an ending. That's all. It was really simple. You could watch it on YouTube if you wanted, but I guess it's because they didn't like the end of the story, and they already changed it.
I see
Oh,
one video when in when they kill Susanna and Jerry and she get married later, but I don't know if it's real or is just fandom.
okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, actually, the David and Fernanda, both of you mentioned about the memes, especially about the like a subtitle of animation. It just remind me something very interesting fact. I mean, let me apologize first that once I talk about this one, it will get serious, but it will be very interesting topic about our academical purpose. Yeah. So I believe you guys, all of you, watched the movie called The Avengers. I hope any one of you didn't see. You guys all saw it. Advisable. Did you see that? Perfect. Yeah. So, I hope you guys remember the last series of that, like end game, the after the Tony Stark, the funeral, that scene, I forgot the name, the Tony Stark's secretary, the man, the big guy. I forgot it. Happy. Yeah, his name is Happy. Happy was sitting down, Tony Stark's daughter, and he asked her, "What do you wanna eat?" And she said, "Hamburger." Yeah, more like a specific cheeseburger, actually. Yeah. And Happy said, "Oh yeah, that cheeseburger is a very big meaning to the Tony Stark's." But you know what? I watched the movie in Korea and the translation was perfect. They said cheeseburger. But in Mexico, when I watched that, subtitle was, so it was English and the subtitle was Spanish and subtitle was a hamburguesa, solo hamburguesa. But maybe just watching the surface is not really a big deal. But did you guys know Tony Stark was a drug junkie? Yeah, he was a drug junkie in real life. And the one day, how he started to quit the drugs was he tried a cheeseburger, but he couldn't taste anything, and he's shocked. That's the moment he started quitting the drugs, and he got the offer, like a propose from the get on the movie, like a casting for the Iron Man, and he got a really getting popular. So cheeseburger was like a turning point of him to quit the drugs and get stand up and get into the movie industry. So that's really big meaning. But when I watched that movie in Mexico, subtitle was hamburguesa, not the hamburguesa de queso. So that was like a little bit disappointed actually. I just want to share like this kind of interesting experience. Any of you have this kind of experience when you watch a subtitle, but you understood about the culture and you said, oh, subtitle is wrong. Any one of you have experience? Yeah, love to share.
Anytime I watch a movie in English, especially because, well, I don't know any other language. I like to watch movies when I'm doing my work, while I'm doing embroidery. So, well, I like to hear them, but I'm not actually watching them because I can hear it and I can understand it. But sometimes I do put it like with subtitles just in case I don't catch any phrase or any word. So I was watching V for Vendetta. And it's just a movie about some girl who gets involved with a guy with a mask, and everything gets all over the control. It's just kind of weird. And I was watching that movie, but I was kind of listening in, and then I was I just started to read the subtitles, but I don't remember the exact phrase or words that were said, but I did remember that it was off the subtitles with the words that the actors were saying, and I was just like, why? Why are they not translating it like this, or why are they assuming or maybe thinking that this is a better way to translate something that isn't the actor's words? But it's happened to me every time I see a movie in English. It's kind of weird because I know that there's not saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually. Oh, you
No,
first.
you go.
No. First you. No. First you. You'll go first.
It was okay. I just going to. I don't know if you remember, or I don't know if you have even born when this came, but there was a commercial and an advertisement for Harmon Hall. I guess I don't remember that. There's a girl in a movie theater, and she's watching a movie, and she's like watching the movie, and then she starts to laugh, and after like 4 seconds, all the rest of the audience begins to laugh and say like, to understand before the joke, learn English in Harmon Hall. I'm not sure if you have already watched it, but I sometimes I feel this kind of experience when I watch a movie and you understand the context because there's a lot of American puns and jokes, and they use like a very special humor for the comedy, and sometimes you get better the joke when it's in the original language instead when you read the subtitles, because like it was like that's not funny. I don't find the translation and the subtitles funny, but it sounds good when the actor says the joke and that kind of stuff, and you say like that's what's really funny. But when you read the subtitles, that doesn't make any sense to me, because you already know what the actor said. And I remember that commercial. I don't know if you watch it, but it was a long time ago. I don't know.
Well, just well, when you say that, the thing that it makes more sense when you're reading it in English or listening in English. I remember that the series Friends. I don't know if you have watched Friends. I watch Friends in English because I don't like how they make the jokes in Spanish, because they don't make any sense. And you're like, okay, I'm not I'm not understanding what are you saying. But
You
then
say
you change
that's
it.
not funny.
Yeah, that's not
funny.
funny. And you're like, what? But then you change the language to English, and you're like, oh my God, that's so funny. And even was just like David said, the subtitles doesn't say the thing that's funny. It doesn't make any sense, and that I don't like that. It doesn't make any sense.
That's where I come in. All right. So I had this experience where I actually, I really like to watch the movies on their original language, because there's a lot of beauty in their translation. So I think that's a really good part. But there are sometimes when I watch something and I'm like, oh my God, they didn't catch it. like also in other kind of movies which they have another language, like for example on Japanese movies, like Koe no Katachi, that one, there's actually a pun that is made in Japanese, and they when they made the dub version for Spanish, and even on the English one, they couldn't rescue that pun. It was about the name, like the word. I don't know if you know that "Takidayo" is when you're saying someone, "I like you," and but as we know, Tuki is also moon, and that is the pun about that one. He tells the girl "Tuki and she's like, "What did you say?" And he was like, "Oh, I was talking about the moon." But when they did it on Spanish and even on English, they were like, "Oh, like esa es la luna." They were like, "Oh my God, what? Where's the point of this joke?" So yeah, there's that mistranslation when you're trying to translate something, or even in Marvel movies. I really used to enjoy watching it. I still enjoy watching them on Spanish up until Doctor Strange. I really love watching them when with their dub way, their Spanish dub, because when I compare it with the original one, it didn't seem so far. It didn't seem very distant. But starting from Doctor Strange to the next movies, they starting to feel kind of off. So I stopped watching them on Spanish. But there's also like a thing with the Spanish dubs, like as we were talking about anime and cartoons, there's a lot of funny moments about the dub, like in Pokemon, when you're talking about the Team Rocket, there's a lot of funny moments, and with them, especially with James, who is always talking about funny stuff, like when he says he's del Guajolote Macías. That's one of my favorite parts. I think there is a lot of beauty when you're trying to make a doll, but when, well, it it's really cool when you when you make it funny as the way it is and its original language. But the fact is when you can't make it funny in your language, you make a way to make it have some sense and still be enjoyable. Like for an example, the movie Shrek, it has a lot of translations, and in every single culture, its translation is really, really appreciated. It's really, really loved. Like I have watched it on English, and I'm like, it's fine. I like the actors who are the voice characters, but it's not as funny as when I see it on Spanish. But when you're watching on Japanese, I watch it. And have you heard of that song, I Need a Hero on Japanese? That sounds really good. Oh, I also watch it on Korean, and it's wow, it's like wow, 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 wow. But every single culture has its puns. Every single culture has its jokes, and that's why that Shrek movie is really enjoyable on every single language that you're watching it.
Yeah, I totally agree with Fernanda. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think the topic is goes to the recently what he done with our translation teacher, the Guillermo professor's subject. That he gave us the memes, and we have to translate in very Mexican style, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, in my case, it was really difficult. Yeah, because I should know more Mexico culture than maybe I could try. But yeah, exactly connected with that. It was very interesting to hear. Thank you, Fernanda. Oh, what about the Arba? Arba, any opinion or any experience would you like to share?
I have to see Shrek in Japanese. Can you imagine? Oh, hi, my sister. Ah, sorry. Yesterday I see a movie with my sister. We see El Castillo en el Cielo de Studio Ghibli, and mm, it is no mistake of traduction. Mm, it's a story when the a kids um, talk about an island of Japan. The island calls La. It is not a bad word, but in Spanish sounds a little bad. But you know the word. I don't say that. Yes, it's that word.
I will say it if you like. Yeah, okay, that's.
Thank you. And my sisters don't. She are funny with the movie. She want to go to that island. I don't know how explain her that she can say that word in public because people are don't don't know to understand her. And well,
Yeah, even I still study Spanish. I understood about that actually. I mean, that's oh yeah, a lot of things talk about that actually using slangs on the official contents actually.
The
yes,
funny thing about that movie is when they're actually doing the Spanish dub, because when you're hearing it on Japanese, you're like, oh my God, they say the funny word, it's la puta, but it doesn't sound so bad because they have a way to to speak the word. like just like they have a way to speak the English words like McDonald's. We can say it McDonald's and they McDonald's, and they could say it differently. But when you're hearing it on Spanish, it really sounds so funny. No matter how much you like the movie, if you're watching it on Spanish, you're just like, oh my God, this is La Puta. And it will be really, really funny. It won't stop being funny.
Yeah, maybe we can have some fun right now, actually. Yes. So McDonald in Japanese they call McDonaldo, McDonaldo. In Korean we say McDonald, McDonald. Yeah, we can have some fun with maybe onomatopoeia for that. How about that? Yeah. You guys tell me how cow make a sounds in Mexico.
Moo.
Moo. Can you guess how sounds in Korea? We say umme. That's how cow makes sounds. So yeah, question to me. It will be interesting. What sounds would you like to know? Like onomatopoeia, anything. Yeah, in Korean, I will tell you.
How does a frog sounds? Because here is like, well, rivet or something like that. I don't know. Croak.
Rabbit, rabbit.
Yeah, but I don't
In
know.
Korean, 개굴, 개굴. In Korea, it's a 개굴, 개굴. Yeah.
Isn't that the sound in one K-pop song? I don't remember. It's about Pentagon. If I'm not remembering wrong, it's Pentagon song. Yes.
Yes, yes, that's so yeah, see, exactly. Yeah. And
And the
W
cat?
Penny, a
Oh.
cat. We say yaong. Cat is a yaong in Korea. Yaong, yaong.
It's almost like in Japanese, like nya nya.
Yes, very similar between Korea and Japan. Yes, but I would like to say I'm not the racist, and I like Japanese animation. I like Japanese people, but to be honest with you, some we call the like some English pronunciation based on Korean is better than Japanese. Yeah. For example, McDonald, which one sounds better? I would like to say.
Yes, I have watched a lot of dramas, and I can actually agree with you that your pronunciations for English are actually better than Japanese. It sounds really funny in Japanese, but it sounds more accurate in Korean.
Fair,
I also
recommend
agree.
me. Sorry. Oh, later, first you.
No, I was just saying that I agree with Fernanda. That's all.
Yes, Arba. Yes.
Sorry. Fair, can you recommend me a Doro drama? I am interested of that.
Sorry, what drama? Sorry.
Doro drama. That series of people.
Dorama?
Yes. Doro drama or Dor drama?
No. It's
Huh?
like drama, but they're pronounced like dorama. Dorama.
Oh, dorama. Sorry.
They're really funny to watch. And actually, it's just, well, if you want to make a little comparison, it's like when you have a manga, they make an anime. And actually, there's a lot of manhwas, which are the Korean versions that are made to to a to a TV show that are the doramas. One of my favorite. Oh my God, I can't really recall. There are so many that I have seen that there's a lot to think about. Maybe if Kent can tell us about some of them, because I can think of one of my favorites, which is a strong woman, Do Bong So. and that one is really, really cool. I love everything about the show. It's really, really funny to watch, and the music soundtrack it's really, really beautiful. They I haven't heard a song as romantic as one of the ones that they have, and there's actually another one which is called W, just like that, like the letter, and that one is really, really just makes you like, wow, what am I seeing? This is really nice. It's one of the most wonderful love stories that I have.
Thank you, Fernanda. Yes, that is a really good one. I watched that, and yeah. If I can recommend, I will recommend everything from Netflix. Yeah, so everyone easy can access. Three different genre. First one, if you love to watch, oh look at this, like these Korean boys, you know, my prince. You know, the I'm not sure you guys are agree with that. If you watch the Korean drama, you might felt actually Korean guys are pretty much like well, let me put this way. In Japanese style, we call the tsundere, like acting very cool, but actually with have a warm heart, for example. So if you wanna like have a like a fantasy or dream about the Korean boy, maybe I recommend you watch the old drama called The Boys Over the Flowers. Yeah, that's a very old one, but really good one. And if you like some zombies and stuff, I recommend you the watch drama called The Kingdom. Or also there's a really good movie, was very famous one, called The Train to Busan. And another suggestion, if you're interested about the how Korea works and how Korea technology is developed or how Korea society works in 2021, I recommend you the drama called Startup. Startup. Yeah, that's a drama name. Everything's on Netflix. You can just pick. Depends on your taste, actually. That will be my recommendation.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. Yeah, I think we are almost the time's done actually. So yes, so this will be affordable with a 1 hour tech call subject for Diana, Fernanda, and Arba. And thank you so much, David, for joining for this session. Was really interesting to hear your opinion. Yeah, was really interesting. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, and as I mentioned that I will share this video as a link. Well, I will update on the Google Drive probably, and I will share it. And yeah, you can start writing down for the TECAAL task what we done, just like that. Okay, perfect. And I will keep share some more further information about the what Professor Stanley told me. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Wish you have a good evening, guys. Yeah.
Thank you. It was really fun and interesting.
Thank you, Hans. It was a really nice chat that we had all, and hope you had a good break on your take-home homework.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And David?
Yeah, I was going to say that this is really helpful to get into the language, to get a lot of practice into the English skills. And actually it really works also because we can get to know each other more about us. And well, we know already that we have some kind of affection into the animation and movies and from Asia. We're actually from Japan and Korea, actually. And yeah, well, as I told you, I'm not in your class, but I really love to chat with you. And I can get used to get along with you also. So invite me the next time.
Thank you, David. Arba? Any opinion, Arba? Yeah, she's
Yes.
happy.
It was a very funny talk. I had a good time with us, and thank you for listening and sharing me our opinions. I have a good night or dinner. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone and say good night to everyone as well. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for your time and have a good sleep. And I will see you guys, all of you, tomorrow.
Thank you. And I just wanted to share, wait, before you go, I was doing embroidery while we were here, and I just finished a cow, and I am really happy because it's a little cow.
It's beautiful.
I
I
know,
love that.
it is so beautiful. And I just wanted to share it with you because I'm really happy.
It
I
looks
think
beautiful.
that's so
It
beautiful.
looks really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, I watched you what you were like doing this stuff, and I was like, I don't know what she's doing, but
Yeah,
it was really
was
cool, like your little
doing a
cow,
cow.
and yeah, it looks beauty.
And it is like so small. Thank you for everything.
And
Okay,
if
yeah,
you're up for it, and maybe this is a little suggestion, but if you need it for any other TECAAL session, I think we are all up to make another session, talk with you about anything. So just call us and we will try to make some spare time to help you with your homework.
Thank you so much, Fernanda. Yeah, we still have to make 4 more hours, isn't it? We just finished the 1 hour, so 4 more hours. Yeah, let's take time because the due date is November, was it? Yeah, for total. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely gonna make ultra session actually for sure. Yeah, and I'm so glad you guys are made it, and thank you so much for being participating. It was really interesting. Yeah, maybe next time I will bring some more interesting topics. Yeah. Maybe can be a serious or can be a fun or can be sad. Well, depends on you. Depends on what you're up to actually. Yeah. Let's see. Let's have some fun. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good sleep as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Han. See
Thank
you
you
next
for
time.
this
Yeah.
meeting.
See you
Hans.
tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Have a nice day, Hans. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good evening,
Good
guys.
night.
Thank you. Bye
The rest of
bye.
us.
Thank you.